In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this Audrey plant from Little Shop of Horrors using mostly Dollar Tree items. I mean, how cute is this? Okay, so you're going to take a large foam craft pumpkin. I got this on sale at Michael's. And what you're wanting to do is draw a line that goes like this. Here's your seam. So you're going to cross over that seam a little bit because you're going to cut all this out with a pumpkin knife. These carving tools that you get to cut regular pumpkins cut these craft pumpkins really well too. You want to save this if you're making two, because then the next one you can just put it right on top of the other pumpkin and use that as a guide. You're going to put your modeling clay along this area to form the lips. I recommend spray painting this pumpkin green first. That way it will rough this surface up so that when you're putting the modeling clay, it has something to adhere to. Okay, so pay no mind to the paint at this point in time. But basically I spray painted just a rough coat, and it's humid outside, so I had some drippage, but it's fine. And I went ahead and pre-spray painted the inside with red spray paint. Again, pay this no mind because it will be fine. You're gonna need a package of Model Magic. Okay, so I went ahead and spray painted my pumpkin after I got the lips on and they dried. I let these dry for like 2 days, and I spray painted the lips red, the inside red, and green, and then I spray painted some white this way. I used painter's tape to cover this part, and so I have a few places I need to go back and touch up with acrylic paint. So yeah, now we are going to do some more paint with acrylic just to give it more detail and to bring out some variations of colors. plunger from the Dollar Tree, and you're going to paint it with some green. Next thing you want to do is you want to take just some leaves from some greenery and get ones that's got some good veins, and all you're going to do is spread that part like that. Put these to the side because you will use these veinless green pieces to help hide your plunger when we go to assemble. Do is you want to paint these, darken up with that same like black and like a really dark green. Okay, so I have a bucket from the Dollar Tree, and I've got some floral foam blocks. Pieces that we painted earlier, you want to kind of form them. Now you're going to determine how you want him to sit. So back to our Dollar Tree bucket that we stuffed with floral foam. We're going to go a little bit back from the center. And it's very important when you're doing this, straight to the bottom. Don't wiggle it because you want that foam to stay tight, okay? So, the big old lips looking at you. Okay, now, it's pretty tight. So, I'm just going to put some glue around the top. A leak and this I'm trying to, I don't know if you can hear that or not. I didn't have that with my other one. Yeah, what's cool about doing this with a plunger like this is because you will get like a bobblehead movement as long as you got good Gorilla Glue that's holding this on. You're going to get some movement so that if anybody touches it or messes with it, it's not going to break off the stem. These wreaths you get, it's like a vine wreath. You get them at the Dollar Tree, not Dollar General. But you can undo them. They're in the floral section. What you want to do, let me undo this twist tie that's on the bottom of this. In your vine, you've got a hole on, little hole on it. Go ahead and feed that through and just kind of set it to the side. Because first going to do, because we are going to go around the bottom. I'm gonna loop this around the bottom. And we're just going to twist it up our stem. And then you want to have enough room, because we're going to poke a hole right here. Don't poke the hole in the actual seam of the pumpkin. Poke it either right below it or right above it, because you don't want to mess with the seam and weaken the seam. And you want some sticking out on the inside, because that is how we're going to attach a tongue. The key is you want this to not look like this is the stem where it's going in. You want it to look like that this is what the supporting feature is, and the head is dangling. So what you have to do is remember that this is the center and everything's going to be coming out around. So you need to position various greenery. You can use whatever you like as far as that goes. There is this plant in the succulent section at Hobby Lobby, and I will insert a picture here of what it looks like. But what I've done is I took the plant apart. That plant was $15.99 at Hobby Lobby, and I got it when it's 50% off. What I liked about this particular plant is its texture, and it had these little spiky points all around the edges, and there's a wire in it, so it's very bendable and you can shape it. You have some small ones that come in that plant, so I used the small ones to like go underneath here, maybe come out this way, and I actually attached it to the plunger so that it hides all this mechanism back here, basically. I'm actually hooking the wire stems around this little piece here. And then hot gluing them to where they'll fan out. So we've got some leaves glued on, sneaking around. Next thing we want to do, I want to go ahead and start filling in this with some florals. I got the mostly at the Dollar Tree. Some things are just greenery I had. You can use whatever you like, however you want your Audrey to look. Now, it is good, I think, to do some ferns stems. And you can bend them. If you watch the movie, she's got like tentacles that goes out around like little arms. So I feel like this fern pieces gives you that illusion. Okay, so at Michael's, they have these Venus flytrap looking little picks in the Halloween section. That would be very cute in this craft. So I had to get one of those stems to put in here. Put it off to the side. Yeah. Okay, so we basically are just filling in around with various greenery. I still have my vine that we put around the stem, and that's fine because we are going to finish wrapping this, once we get all the mechanism of the tulip plunger hid with florals and greenery, then we will wrap this around one final time and we will conceal all of our mechanisms up here. And I am going to place them around the tulip plunger to kind of fan out. And I'm going to glue it up on the tulip plunger, so that's going to help hide. I took the vine that we had dangling and I just kind of wrapped it around the stem and came up here, took another piece and just glued it into here where it makes it look like the vine is going up and this is where the attachment is. And so basically just take your leftover leaves, kind of just bunch them up around here to hide all your mechanism where you cannot see that anymore. Greenery in. All she needs now is some teeth and a tongue. And then we'll be ready to display her. For the tongue, I used foam sheets, 2 of them, a leftover floral stem for the wire, so we're going to glue that on the inside, and various purples and pink and white and black paint to make the colors of the tongue. For the teeth, I'm just going to take little pinches of triangles, various lengths and sizes. Cut you a triangle. Vine that we put that went from the tulip plunger stem up the back, and we put that wire stem inside the head. It's poking through, and I'll show you that. Put the light in here. See it? Yeah. we're going to take our tongue, and we've already glued one wire into the top, and that's what we're going to use to bend the tongue and make it look like it's curved like this. And then you may have to fluff up your stuffing to fill it out. And then you can bend it to position it in whatever position you want it to be in. Get the angle that you like. Hang your tongue out. Now for the teeth. If you want to give your plant like a slobbery look, and take you some glue gun and hot glue, and just kind of put some dollops of glue around the edges and let it just kind of fall. You can put some around the teeth as well. And it'll give it like a slobber look. And that is the final look for my take on the Little Shop of Horrors Audrey plant. This craft was so much fun. Thank you so much for watching this DIY on how I made my Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. I mean, how cute. Is that not fun?